What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Joe Plays, and today is the second episode of the new series, the new career mode, I must say, with AC Milan. The first thing we're going to do in the first episode of the day is checking out what players I have in the starting 11, the substitutions, and also the bench as well. Gonna mix up the players. I'm checking on the bench and the reserves, what players I have, what players I must use and must not use, the players I have scouted in other people's videos in career mode, who AC Milan have a lot of youngsters who have really promising stars like Niang and the goalkeeper and Romagnoli and De Sciglio, if I'm not mistaken. This is the lineup we're going to use in the next piece of the clip. You're going to see the lineup. We have Bacca with the man, Niang with man as up three of the attack. We're going to use Montolivo as the defensive midfielder, and in the center backs position we're going to use Zapata and Romagnoli. So yeah, on to the next part. The second thing I did in today's episode is try to find myself a substitute for Montolivo, because Montolivo is my defensive midfielder and I need to get someone different than Montolivo, because Montolivo is quite old. He is really old, to be honest, and I would love to get a youngster with some good potential. As you can see in the background, I'm doing the attributes. He needs to be first team quality and box-to-box defensive midfielder. He needs to be around 16 to 25 years old, and as you will see, I find someone and I will put a bid on him. So yeah, on to the next part of the clip. I'm going to advance the calendar as you are seeing in the background, and I'm going to go and play the first match of the episode as well. I'm going to play against Borussia. I checked the office right before the game started. I wanted to check if some important emails were in as well, but as you will see, I read the first email. It was just telling me that the scouts from the English league have scouted some players, but I wasn't that interested in them. I was interested in Cazorla, but he is quite old. He is 30 years of age, and I would love to get some youngsters and develop them during the series with some training and hopefully get them to the potential they are supposed to be. As you will see quite shortly, I'm checking the 19-year-old right here, checking the goalkeepers just to be safe, not missing anything. But as you will see quite shortly, I'm going to go in the first part of the game shortly. So yeah, on to the game. We went on to start the first game of the episode, but I forgot to tell you guys that two of my players that were Bacca and Zapata were in international duty. That means they had to go and support Colombia, so I couldn't play with them. Instead, I've put Luis Adriano on the bench, started Balotelli, and removed Zapata instead of Luis Adriano. So yeah, on to the first part of the episode, as we will play against Borussia. Hopefully we get the win we will truly deserve. So yeah, on to the gameplay. So guys, we are here heading on to the first game of the series. As you can see, we are AC Milan. We starting off the game with a volley by Niang ending up in the goalkeeper's hands, and the second attack started right here from our side of the net and the pitch, passing it down to Kevin Prince Boateng, landing in Mario Balotelli's feet, doing an amazing job right here with the shot, and Niang with the poacher goal. As you can see, the rebound ending up in his feet. As you can see right now, a nice shot by Mario Balotelli ending up in Niang's feet. As you can see, 1-0 to the good by Niang. The next goal we are going to see right now, which is coming up quite shortly, starting off with some slow football, passing it down to the fullback Abate, and from here we are doing some work, as you can see, finding the center midfielder onto the other side of the pitch, we find the defensive midfielder quite shortly with a back pass landing in Montolivo's feet, and an amazing strike by him leading to the top right hand corner of the goalkeeper's side. I must say, an amazing shot by him, starting off this series with two nice goals, a poacher goal by Niang and an amazing shot by Montolivo that makes us 2-0 to the good. And the next part of the clip will show us doing some substitutions. Balotelli was not doing it for me, even though he almost scored and got an assist for the game. He was not performing in my opinion, and we tried Luis Adriano, but as you see, I cut the second half because it wasn't that interesting. You can see the stats. We won in fair, convincing fashion. We are heading on to the second part of the game, so yeah, on to that. After the first game of the episode, we went into our office and checked out some emails, and an email caught my eye that said our scouts did the job they needed to do, and they wanted me, as I ordered them, to get myself a new central defensive midfielder instead of Montolivo. As I said in the beginning of the episode, I needed to change Montolivo because he is an old person, and I want to make some fresh faces appear that have quite a lot of potential. So Tolisso was the guy. I approached them, Olympic Lyon, to buy them but before I did that, I inquired him, so I know what they are asking for this guy. Hopefully not too much, as you will see in the part where I did put a bid, spoiler alert. And the next thing I'm going to do is sell some players, because I have some 2 to 3 people which are not going to start in the starting 11 nor the bench. Those guys are going to appear shortly, but I checked out some players that I had out for loan, some players which were quite decent to use, especially the first player, as you saw if you read correctly. But we are here to sell, as my players were not going to be used. The first man was going to be the center back Alex, which you will find really shortly right here. I decided to put this guy in the transfer list because he is 33 years of age and he is not starting, definitely not starting nor playing on the bench for my squad. Hopefully if he goes, he will get us some money, and hopefully we will make something out of that money and get another replacement for him. And the second person which we are going to put onto the transfer market is the goalkeeper Abbiati. He is 37 years of age, and the youngster we have in net, he is quite promising, so I decided to put Abbiati onto the transfer list. Checked out the other players just to be safe. And the next thing we did into our team was the training. As you will see quite shortly, we are checking everything if it's a-okay, and we head on to do some training. Now, I didn't train every single player, obviously. I trained the players which have the most potential. As you saw right now, I am using players like Niang, giving him hard training so he can perform the best that he can. The second training which we got was to the center back Mauri. He didn't start in the first 2 games, but I am hoping he will make us a good impression in the next games. Hopefully. The next training we are going to do is with Romagnoli, because he is quite promising. In the first game he played really well as well. So the next training is going to be to the fullback, the Shilyu, and the last training we are going to do was for our youngster goalkeeper, the 73 rated goalkeeper. We did simulate the drills because it was going to be a hell of a long video if I didn't simulate the clips. Not everyone did good, especially the second player, which I was hoping he would do well. So I went on advanced the calendar so we can go out to play our first match. But before always the first game, we are going to go and head on to check the match. We are checking Tolisso right here. They are willing to sell this guy for 10 million, so I offered just under 10 million. I offered 8 million. Hopefully they will accept this offer so we can change Montolivo instead of Tolisso. Hopefully the next match we will get another win. So yeah, onto the match, and we will play against AS Monaco. So yeah, onto the second match of the career mode with AC Milan. So guys, we are heading into the second match of the episode right here. We starting off with Mario Balotelli doing one guy with the pace, another one with the dribbling, and finishing off the attack with a nice finesse shot to the bottom right hand side of the net, as you can see in the replay. Doing one guy with the pace, another one with the dribble, and ending up the nice attack by himself. The second goal which we got, we will see quite shortly right here, was with Abate. We will see him dribbling down the left hand side of the pitch, passing it to Niang, gets it back to Abate with a nice fake shot, doing one defender, and with the dribbling does another, keeps fighting for the ball and ends up scoring a nice finesse shot with his weak foot. I must say, a really nice goal, an individual goal by Abate right there with an assist of Niang. We are seeing the replay right here. A nice goal which he fought a lot for the ball. We are in the dying minutes of the game, and Manes wanted a piece of the action right here. We pass it down to him to the right hand side of the pitch, tries to control but failed, but dummies the defender, skips another one with the pace, and with the outside of the boot shot gets saved by his goalkeeper, but that is too late for him to make a comeback, ladies and gentlemen. AS Monaco lost 2-0 to AC Milan. Another game won for the good. We are seeing in the background Mario Balotelli's goal, and we are advancing. You can see the stats. He had more shots and possession, but we finished. We were more clinical than AS Monaco, and that concludes the second episode of the series. We are doing the AC Milan career mode right here. If you liked the episode, do hit the like and share this with your friends. This has been Joe Plays with the second game. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and peace.